In theaters tomorrow is a movie that a lot of young readers have been waiting a long time for, and it has nothing to do with vampires, comic books, or wizards. The Fault in Our Stars is a movie about teenage love hatched in a cancer support group, and it may end up being one of the biggest movies of the summer. WGBH News arts editor Jared Bowen has seen the film The Fault in Our Stars.
The Fault in Our Stars.
And why has this become such a phenomenon?
It's really interesting, Emily, and I think it's very encouraging, actually. John Green wrote this novel a couple of years ago, and he was already quite an established young adult author. And then he wrote The Fault in Our Stars, and people just gravitated toward this story, which is about two teenagers, as you just mentioned, who find love in a cancer ward, and this movie is just filled with truth. And I think it's a story that's incredibly well told, it's well written, it's largely taken, sometimes literally taken from the pages of his novel, although he didn't write the screenplay himself. But it's about two kids facing the mortality and living life the most truthful way possible. We have a little clip of the film.
What's your name?
Hazel.
And what's your full name?
Hazel Grace Lancaster. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're beautiful.
Oh my God.
Let's go watch a movie.
What? Huh? I'm free later this week.
I mean now.
I mean, this is a grim topic. I mean, it can't all be humorous.
Well, a lot of it is, as I keep using the word truthful, but I really feel that that's the fundamental part of this. Part of what I loved about this movie is there's no grand, sweeping melodrama. I mean, this is about kids who have these terrible circumstances and are trying to make their way in life, but it also addresses cancer in a very realistic way. In one plot point, they travel to Amsterdam to pursue an author who she wants questions from this novel that he's written, and he criticizes her for being the cancer patient who wants all her wishes granted because she's living in this cancer world. I mean, it's very blunt in the way it deals with this. Also, you have Shailene Woodley, who stars as Hazel, and she is, I think, she's comparable to Meryl Streep. That might be a cliche to say something like that, but she's so honest in her acting, and she's so sincere that she just hooks you in. There was a point about halfway through the movie where I just got sucked in and didn't want to leave it because you become so invested in this story.
Well, so this was based, anyway, on a real-life story out of Boston, right?
It actually has very close ties. The author, John Green, had come to a big sort of cancer support convention for kids here in Boston, and he met this young girl, Esther Grace Earle, who ultimately died in 2010.
Darn, I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, at the age of, she died in real life. She died in 2010 at the age of 16. But she's somebody who he formed a friendship with, and through social media and all of their outlets, she became somewhat of a very well-known celebrity in the cancer community, and people looked to her because, like this character, she was very honest, very truthful, very wry with observations about her life, and you see a lot of that in this character who he's put on the screen. Even in the name, he was inspired by her life.
Do they die in the movie, Jared?
I'm not going to tell you.
You knew
Emily.
I was going to ask you that.
I will say you should bring tissues. But I want to caution people that I don't want it being sad to deter people, because in the end, it's a very optimistic story. And for kids, I think they're excellent role models. And honestly, for adults, you look back and you think those are the people that I want to be still.
All right, sounds good. I will see it, Jared. Thanks. Maybe.